ICE brought to meet the mayor of Newark over 20 armed individuals. 20 armed individuals to confront the mayor of Newark, along with 3 members of Congress. It was an act of intimidation. It was an act of intimidation not just to the mayor, not just to us, but to everyone watching. We know what ICE has been doing in our communities. We know that the president lied and this administration lies every day when they're saying they're going after criminals. It is not true. They feel no weight of the law. They feel no restraint on what they should be doing. And that was shown in broad daylight today when they not just arrested the mayor of Newark, but when they put their hands on 2 members of Congress who are standing behind me. How is this acceptable to anyone in this country? How is this acceptable? I fight along with these 2 incredible women every day for the people of New Jersey. We fight for the country that we should be. What we saw today is the country that we live in under Donald Trump and his Department of Homeland Security, under his ICE, does not reflect who we are as a country. It reflects everything wrong with the moment that we're in.
Hey guys, welcome back again to this channel. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So guys, like this whole ICE, like I don't know, it's really getting tougher. All this deportation going on in the US, like even the American citizens are no longer safe because there have been a lot of detention. There have been a lot of ICE raiding, right? And it's not getting funny. And even the MAGAs are being detained, right? When you travel out of the United States, coming back, if you're not lucky enough, you might get detained. Yeah, so guys, today we are going to be checking out this video compilation which I was able to gather for you guys. So you watch them and let me know what to think in the comment section.
We are done watching this regime rip the fucking soul out of this country! 19-year-old Jimena Brody at 4 years old is now shackled in fucking chains, close and wrist being sent to Mexico City, a place she's never, ever known. For what? For existing in a system that never saw her as human? A 64-year-old woman, 64, is forcibly removed from a town hall just for asking a goddamn question about tariffs, about rising prices, about survival, and she's shoved out because that's what this regime does. They shove us out when we speak up. Journalist Aaron Parnas is being targeted for prosecution for sharing news of ICE raids. A journalist in America. The First Amendment is not a suggestion, it's a right. But this regime treats truth as a threat because truth exposes tyrants. While all this happens, coal miners, people who literally give their lungs to power this country, are losing access to black lung screenings because of Trump's cruel budget cuts. So rise, we fucking will. June 14th, we scream for Jimena, for the woman thrown out of the town hall, for the miners, for the journalists, for our goddamn democracy. We scream until they hear us, shaking the walls of this broken system. We are coming!
Let's count how many times he nods, John.
I want to thank you for your leadership on that, Donald.
Wake up.
And for the way in which your team have negotiated this. I'm so pleased that we got this deal. We finalised it. And we've built an incredible platform for the future.
Ooh, tired, Trump. Tired, boss.
I'm now going to go into
Tired.
the conference. I think you have your press in with you. But on the details, I think if you've got hours,
Let's see how many times he's fall asleep in 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute countdown. Okay, do a different pose.
Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
Have a continued, maybe a better relationship than ever before.
So I posted a video a couple days ago talking about how I got detained as a United States citizen born and raised, and I'm just going to go over everything, give you guys the entire story and all the details. I was coming back from Spain. I was in Spain for about a month or so. I had a layover in Berlin, Germany for around 2 hours, and then I came into the United States. Here's my global entry card, because a lot of you guys don't believe that I did have global entry. Yes, I do have global entry, and this still happens to me. I still got detained. I went through the global entry line, they scanned my eyes, and I continued walking. I had the green check mark, and then an officer told me I needed to go to the right. So I go to the right, I get asked questions by another officer. He asked me where I'm coming from and what I did for work. I answered TikTok, as I do have other accounts that I am very social on that have thousands of followers. Then he asked me to step into this box looking thing. It's about, 3 sides, and then he told me another officer will come and grab me. That officer then took me to a room, which I did insert a photo of, and I will give you guys again here. Which this is the first room I was taken to. So that is the original first room. There was people of all skin colors. I know a lot of people think I was the only minority. And that's where I was asked my father's citizenship status. My father is an American citizen. He has been for the last 25 years before I was born. I did not have the answers to any of those questions because I would not know. From there, they told me to sit back down, and then they transferred me to another room. That other room, the officer asked me what I did for work, exactly why I was traveling. I said the same thing. I did TikTok, and that's why I was traveling, and I wanted to stay there for longer. From that point, I normally saw people either leave after the first room or the second room. They were just good to go. For some reason, they had me go. Now, another officer was escorting me down to the escalators past Border Patrol. From there is this baggage claim area. There was an officer standing in front of this baggage claim. Keep in mind, this is all blocked off. And then there's another officer on the other side. When I was there, my baggage already had been taken for some odd reason. So he told me to continue walking. Then there's rooms, and that's where they asked me to provide my social media accounts for them to go through my TikTok, my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Facebook. As well as show them how much I was making daily on TikTok and show them the deposits that were being made on TikTok. And again, why I was traveling. It's the same questions all over again. From that point on, if you keep walking, they make you keep walking, and that is where they will go through your luggage. They dumped out all my things on the counter, and they were asking me if I was the only person that had packed my bags. Of course, I said yes. But it was the worst search I've ever seen in my entire life. They dumped everything out. They didn't open anything. I had pill bottles that were, in colored containers because that's how my medication came. They didn't even open them. So I don't understand what they even searched. And then again, I was asked the same questions about what I do for work, why I was traveling, for how long I was traveling, and then more again about my father. Keep in mind where they searched all my stuff after the room is this pentagon, octagon looking thing, basically underneath the Miami airport, where there's around 40 officers that are just on their phones doing I don't even know what. And so that's how that setup looked. It's extremely scary. Keep in mind, I am the only person I see. There is nobody coming down the escalators with me. There is nobody by the baggage claim. And it's a fake baggage claim because there's officers all around it. And there was also nobody else held where I was at. From that point, after taking my phone, my passport, all my bags, they had asked me when, where, and why if I had any trips planned, and when, where, and why, and for how long. I had no clue. I still don't have a clue. I do not plan to leave the US yet. So I answered no, and he proceeded to literally scream in my face 4 times, and I told him no every single time. After about 2.5 hours to 3 hours, and during this entire thing, I was finally let go after telling them no, that I had no plans to leave the United States. I was, again, handed to around 5 different officers. I'm not sure if I made that clear, and put in around 3 to 4 different rooms. I believe 4. My parents just came back from Mexico, and nothing happened to them. They were completely fine. They went through. They also have global entry. No questions asked at all. And they came in through the Phoenix airport. This happened in the Miami airport. I also want to let you guys know that I am very political on my accounts. I literally have a clothing brand called Trump for the Dump, making meme shirts of Trump, and then it's a non-profit, so we donate to organizations that he's defunding. I also want to say that I post on my Instagram stories and my TikTok a lot of things anti-Trump and anti-MAGA, whatever you want to call it. So that is a red flag for them. So yeah, my Instagram wasn't completely clean. They didn't do anything about it. They kind of just took my phone and searched through everything. I don't really know what they were looking for. I don't have more answers. I complied with every single thing that they asked. I didn't give them a hard time about anything because I'm more scared than anything. And I hope that kind of clears up a little bit of confusion for you guys, and also so you guys know that not everyone has to go through this process, because there were many people that were with me that were being held and just got to get let go of. I know one lady was crying in there because she couldn't get a hold of her immigration lawyer, so I don't know what that was about. I have no clue. But yes, this is a real story. I have another video showing proof of like where these places were at. But yes, this was at the Miami airport at the end of April.
Folks, we have some serious breaking news right now. Stephen Miller, the Deputy Chief of Staff, just said that the White House is looking at potentially suspending the writ of habeas corpus. This would be a move that would be historic and can only be done in a time of invasion. That would essentially prevent individuals who are arrested or detained from challenging their detention in a United States court of law. Miller said that he is confirming that the White House is looking at it as an option to potentially suspend habeas corpus. This can only happen if the United States is under invasion or facing insurrection. Folks, neither of those are accurate. The United States is not facing invasion based on Trump's own intelligence community's assessment, and there is no insurrection happening. And yet, right now, the United States may suspend habeas corpus. This could be a chilling decision. Spread the word. I'll have a full breakdown shortly on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for more, folks. This is getting serious.
Reporting live from my sofa in the United States of embarrassment. Except today, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I want to briefly discuss the comments on my last video. There were a lot of white women and even some white men who said, relax, have a seat, rest. We got this. We got this. And I don't think a lot of you understand the volume and the magnitude of comments like that. And those of you get it, right? You get why Black women are tired. You get why people of color are tired for protesting their entire existence, fighting for their entire existence. And when we had an opportunity to come together, we felt disappointed. But now, over 1 million people gathered in cities across the world, even outside of America, to say the same thing. And while the Cheeto flavored penis potato is in Florida, golfing on the taxpayer's dime, we are fighting for change. And if this is not an indication of how fucked up this entire situation is, I fear that if you don't understand that, something is wrong with you. Like mentally, you need to go and get checked out. I want to show you something though. Look at these crowds. Look at these crowds. These are record-breaking numbers of everyone coming together in alliance for the same thing. The same thing. The math is not mathing from the election, right? The math is not mathing. So we know what that means. But what it also means is that you are not alone. It also means that even if you feel like the people close to you don't understand, these people do. So find a circle, find people, find substance, find creators that are on the same page in an alliance with you. And find your hope, and find your joy, and find your fire, and fight. And fight. And the reason why I say that is because I know what that looks like from my ancestors. I know what that looks like from my ancestors. So as a Black woman who at times searched and yearned and wanted acceptance and validation in a world that didn't understand me, or in environments that didn't understand me or didn't deserve me, and I didn't know my worth just because of the cards that I was dealt with or because of the choices that I made based on other people's happiness, I am here to tell you, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to rest. Because we are all so tired, but we will not give up. And as always, I will be available to provide you with breaking good news to outweigh the bad.
Like, if only the MAGAs knew that all these things that are happening right now would happen. I just wish they knew. Some people are saying that the MAGAs knew about all of these things. They knew that it was going to display. And my question is, why did they still vote for him? Just imagine how ICE have been detaining people. Yeah, even the US citizens are not safe. I saw a video earlier where this lady was like, she traveled out of the United States of America and only for her to come back, and she was being detained for days. She was being detained for days without any cause, without any reason. Okay, guys, let's say this person has a work, and because the moment you are being detained, you might get sacked in your work. They might sack you. They might question you for not coming, and if they happen to wait for you for some days, and they will just go ahead and replace you with someone else. Yeah, I still believe that a lot of people have lost their job through this way, through this ICE detection. Oh my goodness, like this whole thing is really getting tougher. ICE raiding are going everywhere. They are going to the school, going to the shop, mall, everywhere, everywhere to raid people. This is not just about the immigrants anymore, but even the US citizens are being detained. They are being detained. Oh my god, FAFO era. FAFO season is finally here. Anyway, guys, let me know what to think about this video in the comment section. I'm just going to be right there waiting for you all. So thank you so much for watching. See you all in my next episode. Bye.